Alright, so I just want to talk about some Thanksgiving stuff. First, I'm going to talk about the stuff I didn't know yet. On History Channel today, they were talking about it, and the Thanksgiving feast that we have, what actually happened was it was just a harvest festival, and Thanksgiving was something that was already established for about 100 years or more before we ever did this, but there was a harvest festival that wasn't associated with this Thanksgiving festival, where the pilgrims, they were all eating and getting drunk and stuff, and then they started getting their muskets and firing and stuff. And eventually they weren't doing it to compete with each other, but they were doing it to be loud so the Indians would hear. They were shooting their cannons, they were shooting all their guns, they were shooting everything so the Indians would get intimidated. Then the Indians, what they did is they sent a war party armed with bows, arrows, everything, and that was almost 2 to 1 for the Pilgrims. So the Pilgrims were outnumbered, and whenever the Indians got there, the Pilgrims just started serving them food, and because they were scared as shit. So Thanksgiving is give thanks that you didn't get scalped, and they they the Indians actually invited more Indians and told them to bring deer, and they brought 5 deer as the main course, and that is how the sharing happened. And okay, and then the other stuff I did know, if you look up the song "The Nature of the Threat," it tells you some stuff. I'm gonna make sure I don't mess it up. I'm gonna get the quote. All right, this is a quote from the song "The Nature of the Threat." All right, it's some history. The song has a lot more history than this. It's the other side of history that we didn't learn in school, and it's actually a rap song, but it doesn't rhyme. It's just teaching. But anyway, so Moors from Baghdad, Turkey, threatened the European Christians, meaning the white way of life. Hence the Crusades for Christ. On November 25th, 1491, Santiago defeats the Muslim stronghold in Granada. King Ferdinand gave thanks to God for victory, and the Pope of Rome declared this date to forever be a day of thanksgiving for all European Christians. So Thanksgiving's been around since 1491, the year before Columbus came to America. So before America was even discovered. Now listen, when you celebrate Thanksgiving, what you are actually celebrating, this is a continuation of the quote, what you are actually celebrating is the proclamation of the Pope of Rome, who later in league with Queen Isabella sent Cardinal Ximenes to Spain to murder any blacks that resisted Christianity. These Moors, these black men and women, were from Baghdad, Turkey, and today you eat the turkey for your Thanksgiving Day as the European powers destroyed the turkeys, who were the forefathers of your mothers and fathers. And it's talking about black people, your mothers and fathers, not ours. I think everybody should know this, that Thanksgiving is more older than we think. It's not about what we think it's about. It's a celebration of eating the turkeys. We're destroying the turkeys. That's what you're doing. At least know that you're doing it. Don't think you're celebrating something good about Christians, like how they got along with the savage Indians. None of it's true. Just celebrate your family, celebrate the happiness, celebrate the gathering. It doesn't. You don't need to bring Christianity into it. That's the bad part, honestly. All right, I just thought I would talk about that, so people know what Thanksgiving is. All right, peace.